Good morning, one and all. Welcome to Thursday's pre-recorded but premiered Cockerel Doodle Doo. First of all, before I say
From
hello
the world famous home of Levy Out.
before I say hello to the two guests, you're watching this Thursday morning, but Wednesday evening, I hope you get to go back and watch the two Brian's late show that will be with a fan over in Australia that is joining us to talk about all things Ange and how Australia is going Tottenham nuts. So let's say hello to the two distinguished guests that I have today. Ryan, probably the first time you've been called distinguished, but how are you, sir?
All good. No more Dan Juma beard, so you can't get me with that anymore.
Correct.
For a couple more weeks at least.
Oh.
Correct. Everything else good? How's your holiday? I know you got a week off work.
All good. Going back tomorrow for a long shift and Friday. So today's the last day of the holiday. And then of course today obviously I hurt my knee. So I'm gonna get a little bit of physiotherapy on that Friday and see how that goes.
There you go. Mr. Kaufman, my brother, how are you, sir?
I'm alive, mate. We're chilling out. It's nice to not be the host for once. It's great, even though I do quite like being the host on Tottenham on Tour, the world famous home of League Out, just because I like to say it. But we've been chilling out, ready for a bit of a break, and we're having a good time.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to say it's been a busy week for me. I've been helping Ben on We Are Tottenham TV this week, so the pre-records here was on your show yesterday on the Coffee Company, and yeah, let's be the host. First of all, the first thing we're going to a nice leisurely talk about is, thank God, for at least another 4 weeks, there is no more. I repeat, no more international football talk.
Yeah.
We will not be spending 1 second of this video talking about international football.
Yeah.
But what we are going to talk about and embrace, as every Spurs fan should be doing right now, is the return of Angeball. Angeball. We love Angeball. So it's back. It's back, Ben. How happy are you that the Premier League is back, Ben?
Thank God. Thank God. I've made no secret of it. I hate watching Gareth Southgate football. I was willing to deal with Antonio Conte football, even though that was just as awful, because I know the man who was doing that football has actually won something. Whereas Southgate, I think the greatest achievement he's ever had is finishing in a final in the UEFA Cup when they got battered by Sevilla. He's awful. So I'm happy that I can watch some good football with a distinguished manager. Big Cuddly Bear is back. They're in the big blue house. It's going to be absolutely wonderful. The crowd is going to be screaming, and it's going to be fun times.
Well, there you go. Top that, Ryan. How happy are you that Angeball is back?
I'm just upset we have to wait till Monday. Like, I'm getting sick and tired of the Premier League shoving us on Mondays and Fridays and Sundays when we don't have European football. Like, bring me back a Saturday 3 p.m. It feels like it's been forever since our last Saturday 3 p.m. kickoff.
Well, the one thing I will say, Ryan, I'll go back to this, which I am happy about that with Monday Night Football, is giving all those players coming back those 2 extra days. It's not they come back on a Thursday or early Friday and we're playing Saturday. Yeah. They have got the extra time. So I think that's worked in our favour.
Yep.
But I agree with you.
On Friday, don't we?
Say again?
We're playing on Friday, aren't we? The next one?
Yeah.
Yeah, Monday, then Friday, then Monday again. And then the early kickoff Saturday.
There you go. So we do get a Saturday. And when we do...
Yeah, but not 3 p.m.
Yeah, but you, mate, listen. The two above me right now, when it comes to early kickoffs, you have no say. You lose all the battle because it isn't 7:30 in the goddamn morning for you, is it?
It's just as bad, Brian. I've got 2 autoimmune diseases.
Yeah.
Okay, so for you,
at least with you get up and just sit by your bed. You get up and just sit by your bed, Brian, or take a leisurely stroll down to the world famous Scotland Yard in Canada, Toronto.
Believe me, it will be more than believe me.
I have to get up.
Believe me when I say, Ryan.
Boogie, Graham, all of them. I've got to pick them up at 7:30 in the morning, which means I've got to be up at 6:30 and drive 2 hours up the bloody motorway just to see my club.
Yes, but as I said, as I was about to say, Ryan, there is Scotland Yard is not a leisurely stroll.
Yeah, it's
I wish
not.
it was a leisurely stroll to downtown. It's not a leisurely stroll, but it means me getting up at 5 a.m. in the morning, getting ready, showered, breakfast, then getting there. But big up to the Scotland Yard and the Scotland Yard that were closed this Tuesday and the Tuesday after I got back because they've been in a lot of movies. The Scotland Yard, and they were used for episode of the remake of Frasier. So they will be Scotland Yard will be appearing in I don't know what episode, but they will be there. But back to the football. Back
Okay.
to the football. Angeball is back, like you said. Big cuddly bear. I do like that, Ben.
Yeah.
I do like that. It's
They're in
only
the
for
big blue house.
it's only for another 4 weeks. Actually, Ryan, we did a show on Tuesday. Cockerel Doodle Doo. And we're talking about what points do we reckon we're going to get from the next 4 games. What do you think? Not. Well, what do you reckon?
I'm not even thinking about the next 4. I've been putting it on Twitter throughout the season, just one game at a time. I'm getting
Yes,
sick of all
I
these.
know this, but what we've been doing.
Then I'll come across as a bit of a hypocrite saying it like this live on air. I'm saying one game at a time. The next important game is
So well, I'll break you. Okay,
I'll break it down. What
so
do you
break it down one game at a time. Right? What do you reckon we're going to get against Fulham?
Break it down. What do I think we'll get against Fulham? 3 points.
Okay, so that's 3 points. Game by game. What do you reckon you're going to get against Crystal Palace away?
I'm not falling for it.
Damn. But yeah, we got 4 weeks. We got 4 weeks.
Brian, he's not
I will tell you what I think about Palace after Fulham. Okay?
That's surely decent of you. You don't want to tell us after Palace, no?
No.
Ah, damn it.
I'll tell you
But yeah,
why.
having Angeball back.
What do you think?
What do I think? I've said 8 points.
After our next 4 games.
8 points. 2 wins,
points.
2 draws.
2 wins,
2
2
home
draws.
wins.
It doesn't matter what you think.
That's what I'm feeling.
Brian, because I could do that.
Yeah, right. Ryan keeps forgetting the tools we have at our disposal.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm part of this, and I never ever. Honestly, a hashtag needs to go around. Hashtag let Ryan host the show.
No.
And let's get it trending, people. Let's get it trending. Hashtag let Ryan host.
No.
So Ryan, with what we know or what we think is going on.
Yep.
Fulham coming up. Where do you think the game's won?
Game's won in how clinical we are. As we've seen the only real game we've been clinical in is Burnley in terms of wins. Against Arsenal, obviously we were clinical. But other than that, we haven't really put sides to the sword that we should do. You look at Bournemouth, we had a few chances. We didn't quite get that final pass right. And obviously against Luton in the first 15, 20 minutes when it should have been game over already. And the Basuma red card shouldn't even have mattered. We got out of jail there. We nicked it 1-0 as good sides do. And that is where it's won and lost or drawn. We need to get that early goal. We need to build a momentum and just keep our foot on the pedal and put 3 or 4 past for them because we are more than capable of doing that. Okay, and Ben?
Game's won in midfield because as we know, we've got no Yves Basuma, as Ryan just mentioned. So cheers, Ryan, for that. You've done my point for me. They've got Paulinho in midfield, where we're gonna have Pierre-Emile Højbjerg in midfield, and going from Basuma to Højbjerg is a massive drop in quality. I like Højbjerg. I think he's not necessarily the problem at the football club, but the gap in class of being able to pass a football is so different to someone like a Basuma that can drive through midfield at will and take 3-4 players on. Højbjerg is going to be terrified about passing the ball 2 inches forward. So that's where it's going to be won. We cannot allow Fulham to have any control over midfield. We've got to be aggressive. We've got to make sure they cannot settle. And again, we've got to score some goals.
Yeah. Well, talking goals. Well, we will talk very briefly, not about him on international duty, but we mentioned the word goals. As I said, when I did the roundup with Ben on We Are Tottenham TV today, obviously Son is still carrying this groin injury, and he looked in considerable pain, and I'm a bit annoyed that he played the full 90 minutes, especially when it was 6-0 and it was 3-0 or something at half time, and he looked in pain. I was like, come on. And then Richarlison, who came off on the bench, and he replaced Neymar, who looked like he picked up a bad injury.
His ACL apparently. He's ruptured his ACL.
But the worrying thing about this, Ben, I'll come to you first because we'll talk about up front and goals. Richarlison came on. He had 17 touches and gave the ball away 10 times.
Yeah.
That's
Richarlison for you.
That's £60 million.
And we've got no one that can cross a football at the moment. So Richarlison already is totally ineffective in this team. Already totally ineffective. Is even more ineffective because he's got someone like an Ivan Perisic to cross the ball into him. It's dead food. It's dead food at this rate. Even if you play a Veliz, he needs someone to cross the ball into him because he's a big lad. He's not technically the greatest at the moment. We are severely lacking in firepower, and I don't know what we're going to do about it.
Well, Ryan, before I go here, I'm going to add this into the equation as well. The Tottenham medical team have done what they do best, and Brennan Johnson seems to have suffered in the Tottenham medical team glossary setback and won't be available for Fulham, maybe Palace. So this front line, I mean, going into Fulham, what is your front line?
Front line for me will be, well, if Solomon's definitely out and the rumours are true, sorry, not Solomon, Johnson, then I think the front line basically picks itself, unless you want to shift Son on the left and play Veliz through the middle.
You can't have him run about with a groin injury. He's got to be.
Well, then he shouldn't be playing anyway.
He shouldn't be playing anyway, which is why he shouldn't have been playing for South Korea. As much as I want him to play for South Korea as their captain, and probably everyone from South Korea, big up to the lovely guys over in South Korea, absolutely adore you.
As a club, we've got to be more ruthless and just pull them out.
He should not be.
He paid the wages.
Someone, Mr. Levy has Jurgen Klinsmann's number because he played in a friendly against Inter Milan in one of the first. He's got Jurgen Klinsmann's number. He can call Jurgen Klinsmann and say, listen up, Jurgen. He's not fit. Don't play him 90 minutes. If you've got to play him, play him 45 minutes and that's it.
No, he shouldn't even have gone. I would have phoned him up and gone, look, Jurgen, he's injured.
He shouldn't have gone. But if he's got to go, 45 minutes maximum.
So what you got to look with this, and I used this today. A lot of teams come out and speak about the TV games and the fixture list and how they go, right, this is unacceptable. We haven't, and I'm not putting this on Levy. I don't think you can put this on Levy. This is down to the no, we're not. I'm saying. No, Ben. What I'm saying it because people will then go and say, "Oh, look what Brian's had to say about this one." This isn't Levy. This is the footballing side of things that needs to come out. And again, when it comes to this, Ryan's right, but this is on the medical team and the footballing staff.
Yeah.
Like Ferguson used to say, you're not having them. Or if you do have them, you play them for X amount of minutes over the 2 games, and that's it. And that's what you do. And if you're not going to agree to it, guess what? I'm not letting him go. I understand the whole the patriotic side of things. If I was a good enough footballer to represent my country, I'd want to represent my country. But this is the thing. When you look at it in this position, where Son is the heartbeat of the goals, let's put it that way at the moment. He really is.
The heartbeat of the team.
Yeah.
Nah,
can you risk it? I mean, all right, Ryan. Let's try it this way. going into Fulham,
Yep.
do you try a Valise, Kulusevski, Richarlison, and Son on the bench to come off if needed, or do you do it the other way round? Valise on the bench, Son on. Son does his normal 60 minutes where he's come on and scored, obviously, and then gone off. Which way would you do it?
I go first time round. Fulham at home, we shouldn't need Son. We've got the creativity of Maddison, who's only played one full 90 minutes in a dead friendly against Australia. Let's be real, it was a training ground exercise. So if anything, that's a bit of match fitness, just getting him ready for Monday. He should be raring to go, and Maddison and Kulu for creativity can allow Richarlison and Valise. And if we're 3 or 4-0 up, then you don't need to bring on Son. But if you need to bring on Son, then he's there. It also makes the bench look a lot stronger.
Yep. Ben, what would your option be?
Well, Sonny shouldn't be with a groin strain. I'm saying this from. I know I'm not an athlete, but I've had a similar injury over the last month, and that takes you 3 weeks for it to stop hurting. For him to continue playing, that will cause a major. If he ruptures that, it will be the end of his career. Just straight up, if he ruptures that, he needs a rest. He shouldn't be playing. Just allow it to get better. The more he's playing, the worse it is for him.
I mean, this run of games we've got, it's now the time is probably best to rest him.
Yep.
Fulham at home, Palace away, and then see where he's at for Chelsea.
Not going to be that effective against the Palace because they are a big, strong unit of a team. We're going to need someone that's got a bit about them in terms of muscular fortitude. So we've got to rest Sonny. We've got to rest him. Otherwise, we won't have Sonny again, and that would be diabolical.
Okay, so what about this way? Let's just chuck this in the mix of it. Let's just throw a curveball. If Valise was to start, if we go back into the midfield and you look at Maddison and Sarr, obviously definitely starting.
Yeah.
If you're lacking that creativity up front, would you sacrifice a Højbjerg for a Lo Celso?
No.
Ben?
No. Lo Celso is. I know Johnny likes him, but Lo Celso.
Be careful of Johnny, man.
He has never proven himself at Tottenham. He's proven to be made of less fortitude than this packet of.
That's Sessegnon.
No, he's just as bad as that because he plays one game and he's injured for a month. He's the same, in my opinion. He doesn't play. He hasn't. When was the last time Lo Celso played? It was against Fulham.
Pre-season.
No, it was against Fulham, wasn't
Fulham
it?
in the cup, and he got injured after 40 minutes.
Of course he did. He did. Yes, so I was there with Ryan. Sorry, duh.
Made of anything. He's not. Actually, I'm going to go worse. He's made of the same as the wrapper of a fruit salad sweet. He's not made of anything. He's so fragile. If we play him, he will just get injured. He needs to get fit as much as possible. It's going to have to be
done in January.
If we can, ideally. But it's got to be a Højbjerg. We need someone with a bit of stability in that midfield. Someone that's going to actually play in a full 90 minutes.
Ryan?
You could play in midfield. Go 4-4-2. I know it's not the trendiest.
He's not changing his formation.
He's not changing it.
So the only way around that is pushing Porro up and Emerson right back.
No, but Romero's not fit, so
no,
Romero's going to be Romero's fit.
Oh, is he fit?
Romero should be fit. Romero
is fit.
Romero put Tottenham ahead of Argentina.
Yeah, a big respect for what he came out and said. Big respect for what he came out and said. He thought Spurs. He's like, I'm not risking this. I'm coming off, and fair play to him. But let's move away from that. Unless Ryan brought something up about a transfer rumor that seems to be doing the rounds.
Ooh.
As an interesting one, actually, it really is. There is apparently, obviously, it's all speculation, but the rumor mill is going, and this one's gathering some legs, that we could be looking for Calvin Wright-Phillips.
Not Wright-Phillips, Phillips.
Phillips, sorry, Calvin Phillips, Calvin Wright.
Calvin
Sorry,
Phillips.
sorry, my bad.
He's still playing. Sean Wright Phillips.
No, yeah, there you go. So I said let's make this light-hearted. I'm trying to just hybrid players at the moment. Ryan, what's your thoughts on Calvin Phillips?
I think the deal makes a lot of sense, but not as a permanent deal. I would honestly go there with a loan with the option to buy in the summer to see how it works out, because he will get game time for the first month, and we can see how he performs. So taking him on loan, I think, is the best option for everyone. It gets him away from City. It gets him game time at Spurs, and Spurs have bolstered that midfield up when Bissouma and Sarr head off to the AFCONs. And he's Premier League proven. He's homegrown. He's hungry. He looks like he wants to enjoy his football again. Like when he came, he'd done a decent job for England against Italy. He's not afraid to put his foot in. Gives us something different in midfield as well. Something we haven't had for a few years, probably since someone like Scott Parker or Victor Wanyama. Someone that actually put in midfield.
Got a great pass. I would disagree with you with someone like Scott Parker. I would compare him to a Tom Huddleston.
Yes, Tom Huddleston.
But can ping a ball. I love this player. I think this is. I want this player in. I'd get him in as a permanent. If the deal is right, I would get him in.
How much would you pay for him?
30 million for me. Nothing more. I think.
How much did you go to Man City for?
48.
50.
48, 50. Semantics. 30 million. Listen, he's not getting game time, is he? And you can see why. Listen, I think we all thought when that deal went through, Phillips he's not gone there for first team football. That's for damn sure. He went there for something else. Was fueled in that move. Yeah, let's say trophies. Let's say trophies.
He's got them, Brian. You can't say he hasn't.
No, exactly. I think this deal does make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Obviously, you got to remember as well. As much as we don't have assurances Bentancur comes back as the same player.
Exactly.
There's no guarantee that he's going to be as phenomenal as he was when he got injured. I believe he will be. I honestly think it may take him a bit of time, but it took him a little while to get into that sort of form for Tottenham.
I think Bentancur is someone that he's not the number 6 though. I think what a lot of we seem to think of him as that midfield metronome, but that's not what he was good at Tottenham.
He's a proper number 8.
And moving forward with it.
He was a true box to box, and we haven't had someone like that I can remember.
So what we could do if we get a Calvin Phillips in, you play Calvin Phillips as the number 6, the defensive number 6.
A little bit more freedom.
Bentancur as the number 8, and you play Maddison as the number 10, and that's a very decent backup midfield. And you could rotate those guys as
with the likes of Bissouma and Sarr. And then your midfield is set.
Some games you do need someone that's going to get the ball and spray it 90 yards. Sometimes you need that, and that's something that Calvin Phillips offers, and I think he'd be a great buy for us.
I really think he does, and also what none of us mentioned it as well, which it's superb for and just ticks all the boxes. Is obviously homegrown.
Yep.
And it's a huge thing for us, and so I want the deal done like you, Ben, but I think the way if it does get done, I think Ryan's right. I think it will probably be. I don't think it will, but I think it'll be an obligation.
Yeah.
I think it'll
done now.
An obligation meeting certain targets. Like if we get Champions League football, it will be an obligation.
Well, we'll have to see. But obviously he's picked up a couple of injuries. He played for England. He did well for England. Let's say he did sign. Let's say he did sign in January.
Yeah.
What is your preferred? And I'll go to you first, Ben. He signed. It's January. Bissouma and Sarr are back from the African Cup of Nations. What is your ideal midfield 3, or do you reckon there's two different ideal front 3s for particular teams?
Midfield 3, you mean?
Preferably, it's Bissouma, Bentancur, Maddison, because I think as much as I really like Sarr at the moment, and he's doing a really good job, I think Bentancur is a class above him at the moment, and I think Sarr is a really young player. What is he, 20? If
Yep.
you burn him out this early in his career, he could start getting injuries, and you've still got to get him into that. You can't play a young player that many games. We've learned that with Dele's. We've learned that, although with Dele, there's other options as well, other factors like his mental health and the things he's gone through in his personal life. But you've seen it with Michael Owens. You've seen it with Wayne Rooney's. You've seen that lots of players that start really young start getting lots of injuries. And we don't want that for Sarr. I see Sarr as being a very important player for us in the next 10, 15 years. If he carries on with this trajectory, and we don't want to burn him out this early, we want him to get into the swing of things. But I would prefer Bentancur there. I think his passing is better, and I think he's a better quality player as of now. Maybe in the future, I think Sarr will be above Bentancur, but for now, Basuma is the number 6, Bentancur is the number 8, Maddison is the number 10. That's personally for me.
There we go. Rye?
You said this was going to be a light-hearted show, so it's the January transfer window, as you've said, and I want to get your feelings out and about every day as we don't sign anyone. So January the 1st, if we don't sign anyone, January the 2nd, we don't sign anyone, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. Let's just say now we're up to like January the 25th and no signings have come in. What are you going to be doing?
Well, first of all, answer my question.
Yeah, answer his question, Ryan.
Midfield three. My preferred midfield three would be right now. Come January.
Say everyone's fit. Everyone's fit.
Everyone's fit. I would go Calvin Phillips in the 6.
We haven't got him yet. Buddy.
No, but I did say we've got. I did say if it was January and he's there,
yeah.
What is your midfield 3?
Calvin Phillips in the 6, Basuma in the 8, and Maddison in the 10.
You're going him over Bentancur in that team.
Yeah, because I still think him and Bentancur can rotate just to build up. Because I think it's going to take. I think come the end of the season. Let me ask you a second,
because you've got different. Let me go that. You just mentioned it with rotation. If that's the first choice midfield for certain games, if you had to make a chop and change for, let's say, obviously we've got the low block teams, we've got the free flowing teams. Is that the midfield you're choosing for free flowing teams, or is that the low block teams?
Either or, both. But you can. It's a toss up between Bentancur and Phillips, which I never thought I'd say, based on how Bentancur will come back. Because you say he's fit, everyone's fit, but Bentancur, I generally do. It's mentally as well, because you don't know how you got, your first turn, your first twist. Yep. So he's got that to get through, and also I don't think you'll see the best of Bentancur until March, April, May, towards the end of the season. That's
a very good time for it to happen. Actually, April will be absolutely terrific.
Yeah.
For it to happen, right?
That's when I think he'll get back into full swing. It will take.
Okay. So you asked me a question.
Yeah. So come the final, let's say January the 24th. If we haven't signed anyone, how would you be acting? Because I know all you've said on various streams, it's about how early we get the deals done this time.
Yep.
Not how much.
Mate, I'm surprised. I'm surprised you've gone as far as January the 24th. If players aren't at this football club by January the 8th, I will be going absolutely fucking mental. Absolutely, categorically, unfiltered, crazy. Because this is the one time, like I said, as you rightly said, the whole way I'm judging this window is how quick these players are in the door. That's my only requirement. That's it. Forget the money.
Calvin Phillips is in the door by January the 5th. January the 4th, January the 5th.
Okay, so that's one.
And we haven't brought in another one till January the 24th.
I'm going nuts. Absolutely nuts.
How many players do we need?
It's not even okay. Listen, we're losing Son, Sarr, Basuma. That's 3 off the bat. You don't know if Højbjerg's going or anyone else is going to go out on loan or go. We're still one centre-back away. We can see we're a striker unless Valise starts getting minutes and doing things. I want a minimum of 3. Minimum.
We need 3 players. We need
Miles
a
just came in and whispered Job.
centre back.
Miles really wants Job Bellingham.
Listen, I would love his brother. I would love the real deal as well. But that's going to be a fantasy.
That'd be typical Levy, wouldn't it?
In fact,
I can't get
exactly
Jude. I could have got Jude, when he was young at Birmingham. But I screwed up. I didn't pay the money. So here's Joe.
Mate, his brother there's some very, very big things happening with his brother as well. His brother is looking very, 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 very good. But you know what? We're going to end the show with a little bit of a game.
Yeah.
No help from Miles because he's probably in the room with you.
No, he's just left the room. He's gone
Okay,
upstairs.
so it's the Tottenham Fulham derby.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to go round one by one and mention players that have played for both teams.
Oh, me.
Okay, we'll go Ben. We'll go Ben, Ryan, me. You got 5 seconds.
Alan Mallory.
Okay, go on.
Mallory.
Clint Dempsey.
Dimitar Berbatov.
I forgot that one.
Ben.
I've completely forgotten now.
All right,
Okay,
you're out.
Alan Mallory.
Moussa Dembele.
Good one.
Oh.
Lewis Holtby.
Scott Parker.
Bastard. I know there's another. Simon Davies.
Louis Saha.
Oh, you bastard.
This is now becoming an episode of Sharp.
Okay. I did say 5 seconds. I've technically lost, but let's see. Let's see. There's got to have been other players. There's got to have been.
Sean Davis. He played for Portsmouth.
Shit. But you know what? I'm gonna Google this now.
Same.
Players
Oh,
that have played.
I'm not going to Google it because I'm lazy.
For Fulham.
And Spurs. Alan Murray, Dimitar Berbatov, Cliff Jones. Cliff Jones did.
Okay, I would never have thought that one.
Yeah.
Alan Mullery, Dimitar Berbatov, Moussa Dembele, Scott Parker. Stupid Spurs app keeps coming up on my screen.
So look.
I think we've all lost, gentlemen. I think we've got them all.
No, 1 second. Let's have a look. I'm sure there's some more. No, it doesn't look like there is.
Danny Murphy.
Yeah,
that's the one. Bastard. Right,
Well, it's Paul Stalteri.
Paul Stalteri, yeah.
My Canadian played for Fulham.
Yes. Casey Keller, Stephen Kelly, Michael Brown, Bobby Zamora.
Oh, Jesus.
Paul Konchesky.
Oh, Casey Keller did play for Fulham.
Paul Konchesky, yeah, I remember.
Wayne Routledge.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Adel Tarapt.
Oh, wow.
Darren Bent.
Yeah, Lee said about that, man. Lee said, say another name just so we don't end the show on Darren Bent.
Steed Malbronk.
Oh, my God.
Dude.
Well, there you go. Well, listen, it was a shortened show today, and mainly because it's been bloody international break and there's cool to talk about. But Ben, you're back on Friday with a live Cockerel Doodle Doo, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm back.
And then the good thing is on next Tuesday, the return of Anger Management is back, and I can't wait. Getting up at silly o'clock. So yeah, thanks for joining us, people. Ryan, where can they find you?
On social media, on Twitter, Ryan Levy Out 14. Obviously on here, the home of Levy Out with my two brothers.
The world famous home of Levy Out.
Damn right.
And obviously at the football. So if you ever want to come see me, say hi to me. I've had a few recently, especially for the NLD, because I went into the coach and horses to watch the game. Very friendly people that have come up to me. completely forgotten their names, but I'm sure they watch the show. Sorry if I've completely.
You're not getting
great. Yeah, I'm all over Tottenham. You know, I'll be at the home games. I'm trying to get to as many away as possible. It's much harder this season with the ticketing points at the moment.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where to find me. And obviously, doing the match reviews, you will get your match review. I'm sure if Ben is at Fulham, if he wants to pop round the corner like he did for the Liverpool game,
yeah,
where the kebab shop is next to the Coach and Horses, we'll be there doing our little match review vlog.
There we go. And Ben, where can people find you, sir?
You can find us usual spot, everyone, at the Coffee Company. There's all the details there. The Coffee Company on YouTube. You can find us, of course, here being the host of the world famous home of Levy Out on Cockerel Doodle Doo Monday and Friday when we're back. Next week, I will be taking a little mental health break for myself and my family. So we will be doing a lot of pre-records. So there won't be any live shows. But yeah, mostly find us on here and at the Coffee Company for your chill mental health streams where we just talk absolute nonsense about everything.
There you go. Ben, I'm going to ask you to play the outro music because it's easy if you sit there. But do you want to have your... We'll go around with our slogans. We'll go Ben, Ryan.
No, go Ryan first. Go Ryan first.
Ryan, Ben, then me. Off you go, Ryan.
Support the team and not the regime.
And if you smell what the cough is brewing, take it away, Aki.
And this shirt is coming very, very soon. Don't forget to check TottenhamOnTour.com. Our merchandise is out and the shirt will be coming soon. That is... And as always, Levy out.
Tottenham.